So we appreciate that with a product like the Clevertouch Pro Series, with the EDLA certification, all the connections, all of the applications, from an IT and technology standpoint, there might be some red flags, there might be some concerns, and that isn't something that at Clevertouch or at Boxlight with our Clevertouch brand, we're not aware of. Okay, and that's why with all of the Clevertouch products, apart from the Clever Live and the digital signage aspect, we also provide a year of our free MDM, CleverMDM, so you have full control, which we can extend to either 5 or 7 years as well as needed. So that gives you the ability, so we can see that application on the screen just here. So this will give you the ability to register this to a cloud account to manage, deploy, lock down, and install applications as you need to, along with, which is an important factor many people overlook, is actually being able to remote into the product so you can take over. If you're someone who's looking after a large district or you're working with people on site, we don't necessarily want you to have to go out every time that someone wants to put it on a different Wi-Fi network or wants to check if something's functioning as it should. You should be able to stay in your office, simply remote in with the teacher's permission or with the user's permission, take control and actually fix that problem from the IT office. So offering that MDM and a comprehensive MDM solution rather than a basic one that simply will enable you to push an application or simply send a PowerPoint or a message to the display is important. And that's why we use Radix, the background platform we use for the MDM solution here on the Clevertouch. But there are a couple of other tips and tricks that we would like to show you. So a couple of the others that I like to talk about, obviously you can add locks to the Clevertouch, so you can add a pin, you can add a swipe. Now with the EDLA functionality in the Android 14 here, you can also add custom images with unique passcodes. You can add additional user accounts if need be, if that's the way you would like to go. One caveat we do mention with the user accounts is if you are looking to use the digital signage or integrate this with attention and alerts, so sending out alerts or campus communication, it is best and not possible if you have multiple user accounts. So we would always prefer that you keep the one account. However, again, that's a choice for you to make based on what is the most important. But so we've talked about the MDM, we've talked about the fact you can have user accounts and locks on the screen, or a couple of other things that you can add or you can change on here to make it more secure and just have some more control from an IT department standpoint. So the things I recommend is within the settings on the Clevertouch, it's very easy to go in and add, for example, a passcode. If we come down to security, okay, so we can add things like the screen lock, but we can also add security for the system itself under both places, both under advanced and the security options in the settings. So if I come in here to the advanced as well, we can also do things like add a passcode or a PIN code to the settings so that no one can come in and change these after you've made them. We also have some options in the start up and shutdown settings, which is just down here. So we can also, for example, decide on where it starts up. We can also automatically remove files and user accounts and cloud accounts, okay, simply under that start up and shutdown. So if, for example, one of your concerns is people leaving the device with all their accounts built in, we can make it very simple for once you either turn the display off or in our floating toolbar, which I can call with my 2 fingers, just like so. What we can do is we can add this little trash can icon. And once we hit that, when we're walking away from the display, we can decide all of the file types, including cloud account and browser data, that is deleted when they do that. And as long as you add that lock to the settings, no one else is going to be able to get in there to make any changes to that. So you know that nothing's going to be left on that screen as long as your staff know to press this when they leave the display. And that's some of the ways you can just add a few different bits of additional security, whether it be the management, whether it be the screen lock on the device itself, whether it be a settings lock, and whether it be through those automatic startup and shutdown commands, that there are ways that you can control this product to a better degree.